love teaching, I love speaking, giving back. So anything that I can do, to always reach out to me, and we can connect that way. So, in preparing for this presentation, it's my first time speaking at Business Week. Hopefully I'll get asked back. That's why I brought the candy. Make sure, I don't know if there's evaluation forms or not, but the advice that I was given from our CEO, he sat down with me and was able to give me some advice on being an entrepreneur. Again, it's the mindset, right? You don't have to start a business to be an entrepreneur. It's the mindset. And here's what he said. So there's no such thing as an easy, successful business, right? So if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you must be prepared to work harder than anybody else out there. Again, we talked about this at the beginning. It's about the effort, right? So constantly wanting to push harder. It's not easy, but if you find something you're passionate in, you'll be engaged and be able to work harder than everybody else, right? So if you're not driven to the point of obsession, it's probably not a good fit for you, right? Successful entrepreneurs rarely watch TV. They binge work and play, but they don't binge watch, right? So they're not sitting behind Netflix and just constantly watching the next TV show and wasting a lot of time doing that. No offense to anybody that does that. I did actually get on the Netflix train a couple weeks ago, but it's because it's efficient, pause and stop. But it is pretty neat. But I don't, as the first time I've ever done it about 6 months ago, and I watch like one episode every week. So that's about as much as I do on TV. But moving on to continuing your education, right? So very passionate about this. There are so many different resources. Like I said, but mentors, there are so many different organizations out there. Again, they're trying to win your business long term, but they will provide free education. Action Coach, Dale Carnegie, 2 programs that I go to every time I see a free educational session. They do them all the time. Action Coach, I just learned about this one. They're actually hosting, I'm going to an event tomorrow at 145 Cape Fear. The first thing I did a couple weeks ago, I went to their program, was about DISC, right? So learning your personality, and they just teach you about communication. So these are 2 resources inside the Wilmington area that are an ability to learn and continue an education. It's no cost to you, right? The Dale Carnegie thing, I did actually do a 3-day training. So I asked before, I knew there was free ones, but I spent time traveling to Greensboro, and I did a 3-day course on relationship sales. So just getting into sales, my manager said, or our vice president said, look, I'm really going to invest into you. We're going to teach you how to sell. Before I became a sales director, I was the marketing person, so I had to figure out how to become a really good salesman. So very impressive. And again, I'm an MBA student. I obviously believe in education. UNCW is a fantastic program. Can't speak higher of the MBA program that we have here. I'm in my 2nd year. I graduate in May. Thank goodness. Oh man, it's a lot working with full-time business and doing school at the same time. I think I have a social life sometimes. But always being an active learner, that kind of goes into what we were just talking about, right? So follow your interest. Use school to learn how to learn, right? So a lot of people say, why am I doing calculus? I don't understand. Well, the idea is you learn calculus to figure out how to learn, and you use that learning ability to figure out how to learn your project or task-oriented in the business world, right? So then again, read. There's so many books out there, so many different ways to find education. Just make the time, put it in your schedule. I'm a detail-oriented person. I have to have it on my agenda or it doesn't happen. So on my schedule, I make time to read. All right, so most great leaders are avid readers. All right, so seek greatness. Seeking greatness does not mean making amount of certain dollars, right? It's not measured in money, in my opinion. Maybe some people out there do measure that, but in my opinion, seeking greatness is not about money. Answer this for yourself, what it means to be great, right? So making the most out of your talents and opportunities, is that what makes you great? I don't know. Making a difference in the other lives of others, right? Or making an impact on the world. I know example, Caitlin Hoffer back there. Raise your hand, right here. So Caitlin Hoffer, 2 years ago, our CEO again, serial entrepreneur, came up with the idea, he has a lot of ideas, but one of them stuck and found a passion for what Caitlin does today. She's pretty much put it all on her back and has launched our nonprofit, right? So we're an event corporation. We put on events around the country for the for-business profit company, Recon. That's what I'm here talking about. But we said, as a business, how can we leverage our tools and resources to give back? And so we created a company called Mission Made. We import jewelry from third world countries. We distribute it across the U.S. So we have different shops. We have a lot of events coming around the Wilmington area. But we also do in Colorado and L.A. So we're trying to expand that. So if you have any interest in working in the nonprofit world, reach out to Caitlin or myself, and we'll definitely allow you. There's a lot of volunteering opportunities available. So she found that passion. She works harder than anybody I've ever met in making that dream, that passion, become a success and a reality. So without her, that wouldn't be even possible. Ross had the idea. There's a lot of ideas that don't make anything, but she was actually able to execute that idea. So that's huge. So she found passion in that. All right, so in doing so, stick with something and make a reputation, right? So if you're going to pursue